will explore the EduMatrix Investments and Profits in today's video. Here's what happened. The Secretary of State, Condoleezza Rice, encouraged U.S. military personnel to invest in Iraq. She wrote a letter explaining that investing in Iraq was a good thing and included it in the military pay stubs of U.S. military personnel. Sandy read the letter while preparing the taxes for a U.S. combat soldier returning from Iraq. She asked her tax client for permission to take action based on what she saw in his financial folder. He said sure, no problem. This is how Sandy and thousands of U.S. soldiers became involved with the IQD in the first place. But let's move to 2020. The YouTube channel EduMatrix finally found its groove during the pandemic when the publisher was stuck in Acapulco and could not get to Mexico City. But if she made it to Mexico City, she couldn't catch a United States State Department-arranged flight back to the United States. This is an example of a slow traveler's nightmare during a global health crisis. However, with any adverse situation comes opportunity. Sandy had an affordable apartment with a magnificent view of the city and the sea. She had a good internet connection and hope. Going to Walmart to shop for food became the entertaining highlight for months. Alone and single, the YouTube channel became an essential part of her daily life. She thought about all the years she'd spent waiting for her IQD investment to materialize. The investment was supposed to be a part of her retirement package. Each week her favorite YouTubers told more untruths such as, any day now the IQD will revalue at $1 to 1 dinar. Sandy had enough of the lies and decided to dedicate her channel to the Iraqi Dinar episode. She promised herself that she would provide honest information based on what she understood. The first thing she learned was, like thousands of other IQD investors, she didn't know about Iraq or the Iraqi economy. The next thing she learned is the Iraqi people had a deep resentment for the United States because of the 2003 invasion. Then she learned that there was a high level of disrespect for the currency the US and the UK implemented in Iraq after the 2003 invasion. A disrespect so profound that Iraq overprinted the money like it was Christmas every day. That's when the economic math came into play. If Iraq were to revalue its currency to a $1 to 1 IQD, the Iraqi economy would collapse. But that wasn't even the worst part. She quickly learned that certain groups of people were not willing to accept Iraq onto the international financial platforms, no matter how much oil they provided to the world. It took Sandy months and months to understand this line of thought. Finally, her ex-husband, who retired from the U.S. Federal Reserve, helped her to find her way. Iraq had a secret that few to no Western men wanted anything to do with, at least not publicly. Iraq participates in a religion that allows marriage to young girls. It was meditation that encouraged Sandy to continue her efforts. But there was another problem. Others didn't understand the economic math either, and they did not like the idea that everyday people could wake up worth 6 or 7 figures one morning. Then Sandy discovered the issues with the black Muslims in southern Iraq. They were and are evidence of Iraq's close ties with Egypt and Africa, and the truths that have been hidden for centuries. Truths that Iraq may be actively trying to hide. That is when the psychological phase of understanding the IQD investment began. It was clear that the EduMatrix general viewership was not quite ready for this phase of investigation. The YouTube views dropped. Thankfully, Iraq has been and is making giant strides to change its economic position globally. The Development Road Project idea was brought back to life by existing politicians, and has since taken on a life of its own. Billions of dollars are pledged for the project, which will connect Asia with Europe by establishing a network of railways, roads, ports, and cities. The project will link the Groundfloor port in southern Iraq to Turkey's border and further extend into Europe, where it will dump into the Mediterranean Sea, tremendously cutting shipping costs and time. But through it all, Sandy wanted to offer viewers low-cost, meaningful investment options. She did not want viewers or herself to rely only on Iraq for profits. Sandy's background includes helping tax clients increase their assets while lowering their taxes. She founded the company, Taxes Will Travel, in the San Francisco Bay Area in 1999. Ensuring that tax clients selected financial advisors who recommended investments that delivered value is a part of the service she provided for clients. Most of us hold on to the IQD banknotes without any financial movement other than the exchange rate. If you want to learn to invest in the Iraqi stock market, join the channel's membership. For the most part, viewers have accepted the idea of investing in exotic currencies in addition to the IQD. During the pandemic, while researching the IQD for solid, verifiable information, Sandy came to understand that gold could be one of the best investments for middle-income investors. High technology enabled investors to purchase small amounts of gold each month and then have their gold shipped to their front door. She hopped on the wagon and told channel viewers to do the same. On February 18, 2025, gold was at $2,949.40 per ounce. Now go back and look at the price of gold during the pandemic. Gold was worth $1,600 to $1,900 during the pandemic. Sandy is old school and does not speak in specific numbers, mostly because she is still registered with the IRS. Talking about her finances or the finances of clients is an absolute no-no. But here are 3 more small investments the channel has made. Sandy dislikes cryptocurrency, however. For the channel's sake, she invested in Bitcoin. The other small weekly investment is Acorns. The links for these investments are in the description. The next investment is Groundfloor, financing real estate short-term loans at 8 to 12% interest. This investment has also proved lucrative. There is a monetary gift link in the description. The channel receives a stipend when you sign up and fund your account. The Groundfloor investment on autopilot, the platform invests and collects profits automatically for the channel. Because the publisher of this channel is retired and, because of her connections with the federal government, she has not allowed paperwork for living in a country outside of the United States. That means she travels from country to country, collecting and researching each country's currency. Mexico, Costa Rica, Panama, who also uses the US dollar, Colombia, Brazil, Argentina, and the Dominican Republic. Mexico is positioned to bring about the best currency investment out of these 7 countries. Waiting for the IQD to deliver prosperity has been a long journey. Sandy's biggest concern now is that Iraq is going digital, and if you do not have access to an Iraqi bank account, we could be left out of future progress unless the country opts for the Forex market. At this point, an intelligent person would say, "Of course Iraq will join the Forex market." And Sandy would mumble under her breath, "You don't know the Iraqis, nothing is for certain."